Honorable Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament, Honorable Deputy Speaker and members of the National Assembly of the Gambia, Honorable Deputy Speakers from the ECOWAS region present, Cabinet members, Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service, distinguished heads of delegation. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my government, the August National Assembly of the Gambia, and the entire Gambian nation, I have the honor to welcome the Honorable Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament, Honorable Cicelo, and his delegation to the Gambia. Honorable Speaker, thank you very much with those nice words. But I assure you that I will support you and I will continue to support your institution. And I will remain as your ambassador. I am not doing it for you, the parliamentarians, but I am doing it for ECOWAS, I'm doing it for the Gambia, and I'm doing it for Africa. It is part of my duties and responsibilities as far as I remain the President of the Republic of the Gambia. I will extend your very important message to my colleagues. But on behalf of myself and all the head of states of ECOWAS, I welcome all of you to the Gambia. Indeed, it is a delight for this August Assembly and all of us to be associated with this important seminar, organized to evaluate the fourth legislature of the ECOWAS Parliament. I am informed that the focus will be on implementation of the strategic plan and the supplementary acts on the enhancement of the powers of the Parliament. Honorable Speaker, we are very pleased and honored that you choose our dear country to host both the seminar and the extraordinary session of the Parliament. Hosting one of the most important forums of the fourth legislature of the ECOWAS Parliament is a testimony that the democracy we have been nurturing during these 3 years is solid enough to earn international recognition. Honorable Speaker, the theme for your meeting could not have been more relevant. As representatives of the citizens of the sub-region, it is necessary that at the end of a legislative term, you review and evaluate your performance and the implementation status of the ideals and goals of integrating the economies and peoples of our region, as envisioned by the founding fathers of the organization. This is particularly critical, as the vision and emphasis of the community is shifting from an ECOWAS of states to an ECOWAS of peoples. With this in view, all the programs and activities of the community should be people-centered. For this reason, it is most fitting for you to evaluate the progress towards ensuring that people of the community enjoy and appreciate the benefits of sub-regional integration. It is best practice to review your performance and results to be accountable to the community you represent. This will justify the investments and resource inputs for your activities, thus making this meeting imperative. All of these factors are embedded in the spirit of democracy, which is built on the independence of the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. Parliaments in functional democracies enjoy constitutionally guaranteed powers to make laws for good governance. The dynamics of modern democracy now extend the scope and functions of parliaments to regional bodies seeking to improve integration and cross-border trade among member states. It is worth remembering that ECOWAS is an important outcome of the necessity for cooperation and collaboration on socio-economic issues within the sub-region. Consequently, to alleviate the economic challenges that hamper progress, we have to accept and take a strong position in the global economy through technology and innovation. We do realize that research and experimentation in all aspects of human endeavor is a continuous process. Honorable Speaker, over the years, ECOWAS has recorded noticeable milestones. But irrespective of the achievements registered, it is obligatory to examine the challenges confronting the community and its institutions. It is for this reason that your decision to review the fourth legislature of the Parliament is fundamental. The revised ECOWAS Treaty of 1993 and the volume of other protocols, conventions, and agreements so that member states obviously have an understanding of the pathway to regional economic integration. For instance, there is a clear understanding of the role of trade, infrastructure, private sector participation, free movement of goods, services, and people within the community. As you take stock of the prospects and challenges of the ECOWAS Parliament, it is wise to remember also that the activities of ECOWAS transcend borders, institutions, and interest groups. The external and internal environment will continue to change, hence the need to innovate and transform our institutions to serve the community better. Peace and security continue to be basis for sustainable development. Those considerable policy improvements and implementation frameworks stands to enhance peace, security, and socio-economic development in the region. Honorable Speaker, I have been informed of the tremendous strive you made during the last 4 years to use the ECOWAS Parliament to mediate and find solutions to many security challenges that exist in the sub-region. The Authority of Heads of States of ECOWAS has noted with deep appreciation to the various missions of ECOWAS parliamentarians to various hotspots to initiate dialogue between the contending parties. The objective of those missions were genuine efforts to end the conflicts and insecurity in those countries. We acknowledge your attempts to redeem our destitute youths in deplorable camps. We are saddened by the dangerous journeys such youths undertake to Europe through the desert and the Mediterranean Sea. Part of the solution to this issue lies in education job creation, and training for technical and entrepreneurial skills acquisition and application. I assure you that all your efforts are immensely appreciated. They are contributing to the measures adopted by the authority heads of states for sustained political stability, peace, security in the sub-region. Honorable Speaker, the promotion of dialogue as a means of conflict resolution and the respect for the fundamental principle of good governance are some of the principles that need to be entrenched, thereby promoting the agenda of an integrated ECOWAS of people. Institutional capacity is another major driver of regional integration. All processes relating to the improvement of the governance systems of the ECOWAS institution should be oriented towards efficient management of regional cooperation and integration programs. We must put a sharper focus on implementing the ECOWAS protocols. We remain hopeful that as a platform for dialogue, consultation, and consensus building, and as representatives of the people of West Africa, your advocacy will continue to put emphasis on issues that matter most for the collective well-being of all citizens. We urge the ECOWAS institution to draw inspiration. We urge the other ECOWAS institutions to draw inspiration from the work of the Parliament in the drive to reviewing and evaluating the scope and mandate of their operations. I congratulate the Honorable Speaker and Honorable members of the ECOWAS Parliament on the choice of the Gambia as host country for this significant event. I encourage all delegates to explore the beautiful landscape of the smiling coast of Africa and the warm hospitality of the Gambian people. Honorable Speaker, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is now my singular honor and privilege to declare this parliamentary seminar open. I wish you very fruitful deliberation, and I thank you for your kind attention.